Hey there, Leo, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot. This is going to be a reading for June 10th through June 23rd, and we're going to look at past, present, and near future energies. Also, Leo, if this resonates and you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do so is in the description box below. Okay, who's frustrating you, Leo? Some of you may be dealing with an earth sign, a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but what else is new? You guys always deal with that. Okay, so Leo, the main energy for your reading is the Knight of Cups. There's definitely a desire to express emotions here, to offer somebody love, express feelings. Now, I do feel like you are the one that wants to express how you feel, or you're waiting for somebody else to come in and do that. Especially in the current situation, it's almost like you're like, I just want to set things right. Me and this person, because look, you guys are showing up side by side. Whoever this King of Pentacles is to you, you are the King of Wands. I don't assign gender to my cards. You want to set things right. It's like you want to balance out the energies, but we'll get to that. In the recent past, you get the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups. It's almost like you're giving up on this idea of being able to have happiness and love within the specific connection. There's definitely a romantic connection showing up here for you between you and somebody else. And you're kind of in an energy of like, you know what, maybe this is never going to happen. Maybe I'm never going to have happiness with this person. Maybe we're never going to have that love that I envisioned, that we had at one point. There's a little bit of frustration, like giving up energy. But I don't feel like you're fully giving up, because in the current situation, you're like, I want to set things right. I want to make things right. I want to balance out the energies between the two of us. And so for somebody that gives up, this is not the energy that I'm seeing. So I do feel like this is coming more from a place of frustration in the recent past than an actual desire to just say, F it, I don't want to do this anymore. In the near future, you get the Page of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Seven of Wands. You're kind of playing around with the idea of a reconciliation here. It's almost like you're sitting here and you're like, can we get back together? Should we get back together? Will we get back together? Maybe, maybe not. You're also very defensive here, though, so I feel like you're not actually the one taking action. It could be that the other person is coming in and giving you this idea, or maybe, you know, you're toying around with the possibility of a reconciliation, but I don't see you actually doing anything about it. I don't see you even fully jumping into this idea. It's more so like, could it not? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Let's take a look. First of all, I want to clarify the Knight of Cups, which is the main energy for your reading. Knight of Cups is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles, and the Emperor. You definitely do want to balance things out here. You do have the desire to invest the energy in this, right? But you're showing me, I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze, right? Like, I could balance things out. I could make things right. You know, there could be that equal give and take between us. No strings attached. No tit for tat. I'm getting a lot of childish energy between you and this person. I could do that, but do I want to? Is it worth my time? Is it worth my energy? And again, with the Emperor here, I don't feel like you're really even giving much. You're kind of just like, you know what? Maybe we could do this, but I'm not about to be the one to make the first move. If they want to make things right, if they want to balance things out, if they want to figure out if this could work, they can come to me. I'm not moving. I'm not budging. But Leo, you're the one that has the feelings. Yeah, but I don't care. I'm still not doing anything. Very much like a bit of an ego. Like, yeah, they want something, they can come to me. I'm going to sit right here and do nothing. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to see what the Seven of Swords is for you in the recent past. Seven of Swords is clarified by the Justice, which you get again in the same row in the current situation, the Five of Cups, and the King of Swords. You're kind of looking at the past, right? At the whole connection, the whole interaction that you and this person had, and you're trying to be very, very logical about it, right? And what you're showing me, if I completely take my emotions out of this, right? If I don't let emotions factor into this and I just look at this logically, it makes sense for me to tell this person to go kick rocks. That is the logical thing. That is the right thing. You're showing me like this is the right thing to do. I should not be investing any of my energy in this person. I should not be even thinking about this person. Like, if I were to look at this from a completely objective perspective and just do what makes sense, I would turn my back on this person 100% and walk away. It makes no sense for me to even invest my energy in this. But Leo, we have logic and then we have emotions, don't we? Let's take a look at those emotions. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups in the recent past. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups again. Are you kidding me? Ten of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups, the world, the start. You get the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and you get the Two of Cups again here. Definitely a repeating message. Spirit's like, hey, listen up. Look, you're showing me here, you desire happiness with this person. You desire being with this person. You desire this connection. But it's also done. You keep showing me, yeah, they made me so happy. They made me so happy and loved at some point, but that's done. That period, that cycle is over. Do you still want it? Absolutely. Are you yearning for it? Yes. But again, the logical part comes in and it's like, oh, but it's done. But it's done. But we're done. But it's done. You know? So I don't know what came to an end here, but it was something that had a lot of happiness. Let's take a look at the Two of Cups in the recent. Okay. Two of Cups is clarified by the King of Wands, which you get again in the same row in the current situation, the Sun, which is your energy, and the Nine of Pentacles. You're showing me that you're no longer in this connection. You're showing me I'm single. I'm my own person. I'm separate from this, right? Yes, there was a connection at some point. There may even still be, but I'm my own person. I'm not part of this connection. I'm not in this connection anymore, which is letting me know that you've either broken up, you've separated, or you guys are not together. Because you're not showing me a we, you're showing me a me, separate, individual, right? Like I'm good on my own type of thing. Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to see what the Justice is for you in the current situation. The Justice is clarified by the Seven of Swords, which you got in the same row in the recent past. Excuse me. The Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands. So it's interesting because you got the Seven of Swords in the recent past clarified by the Justice. In the current situation, you get the Justice clarified by the Seven of Swords. It's almost like, again, you're showing me what makes sense for me to do is completely walk away from this. That's what makes sense. That's like, I realize that. I understand that. I know that. And then you have the Queen of Wands. It's almost like Spirit keeps showing me this is what makes sense for Leo to do. Leo's trying to be logical. Leo's trying to be rational about this. But then emotions come in, but then the attraction comes in, but then the desires come in. And so obviously, you know, what makes sense and what we feel, two separate things. Let's take a look at the King of Pentacles in the current situation. The King of Pentacles is clarified by the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Moon. I feel like this person, I don't feel like this is you, but I feel like this person, I'm kind of getting a glimpse into their energy. You and this person had some form of communication. You had a conversation. Something that you guys spoke about really, really hurt this person. But for some reason, they're not allowing themselves to experience the pain. They're not allowing themselves to even admit that it hurt them. You may have said something, or you may have broken up with them, or you may have communicated something to them which really, really broke their heart. But they took that pain and they kind of like took it in a ball and they buried it within themselves. They're like, I'm not looking at this. I'm not dealing with this. What pain? What conversation? Don't know her, you know? That's the energy that I'm getting. It's like, yes, this hurt me really deeply, but I'm not going to even look at that. I'm not going to even admit that. I'm going to pretend like, whatever. It didn't faze me. No big deal. Let's take a look at the King of Wands in the current situation for you. King of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Temperance, and the Five of Swords. You're showing me that it's very, very difficult for you to stand in your energy, to feel confident, to feel like you are the badass, confident, radiant person that you are. And again, you are the King of Wands to me. I don't assign gender to my cards. You're showing me that it's very, very difficult for you, and it's been difficult for you for quite some time. I'm going to be honest here. I don't feel like it's as difficult as you say. What I mean by that is I'm getting a little bit of like, ooh, poor me type of energy here. And I don't mean to call you out, Leo, but it's almost like you've been wallowing in a bit of self-pity here for quite some time about this situation. But I also don't really see you doing anything about it, if I'm being honest. So it's kind of just like an energy of, oh, you know, poor me, this sucks, this is so difficult, this has been going on forever, when is this going to end? And I'm not saying that it's not difficult. I'm not saying that it hasn't been difficult. But I'm saying there's almost an element here of a bit of self-deception of like, oh, poor me, because if you have that energy of poor me, you don't have to take action, right? It's the other person's responsibility. And keep in mind, the main energy for your reading is all about you wanting to restore things, wanting to set things right, wanting to balance things out, but not knowing if you want to actually invest the energy in this. And just kind of sitting there and being like, well, if they want something, they can come to me. I'm not going to make a move. But then you're sitting here showing me like, oh, it's so difficult for me to like, you know, be in this energy, be in this position, not have them communicate, right? Fill in the blank. So again, I don't mean to put you on blast, but that's the energy that I'm getting. Let's take a look at your near future. I want to see what the Page of Swords is for you in the near future. Page of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Devil, the Five of Wands. You're very, very, again, you're trying to be very, very logical here. And I feel like this is actually working against you. What I mean by that is, the whole thing of this reading is you feel something, you have a desire, but then your mind comes in and it's like, no, no, no. The logical thing would be to walk away. The logical thing would be to turn your back on this person and on this connection and completely forget them. But then you have all these emotions and feelings tied up to this person. And even in the near future, you keep showing me, I'm trying to be logical about this. I'm trying to be logical. I'm trying to take my emotions out of it. And all that's doing is completely distorting the reality of the situation, and it's causing you an internal conflict within yourself. It's like your two parts are fighting each other, right? Your heart and your head. Neither is winning, by the way. They just keep like fighting over space. And all that does, you trying to be logical about this, all that does is just create more of an internal conflict. Now, I'm not saying you have to act based on how you feel, but trying to pretend like you don't have any feelings, trying to pretend like you're not experiencing these emotions, that's what's causing this internal conflict for you in the near future. Let's take a look at the Three of Cups in the near future for you. Three of Cups is clarified by the Six of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So again, you do want to be with this person. You do want a reconciliation here. You have emotions, you have feelings, and I do feel like you're finally allowing yourself to take a look at these feelings, right? Remember how I said in the past, you're just pretending like you're not feeling anything at all. You're trying to be logical. I feel like in the near future, you're kind of like, okay, I can't keep being this logical person because that's not me, right? You're a fire sign, your passion, your energy, you're radiant, magnetic, all of that. You can't be logical, or being logical is not your strong suit is what I'm trying to say. And so in the near future, you're allowing your feelings to kind of come through. You're allowing those emotions to kind of surface a little bit, right? A little bit. I feel like you're not stuffing them down and pretending like they don't exist as much anymore. Let's take a look at the Seven of Wands in the near future for you. Seven of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords. So I do feel like despite your resistance, despite the fact that you're trying to fight this, despite the fact that you're really, really fighting against yourself, right? You're starting all over. You're having this brand new beginning within yourself. I don't feel like it's necessarily with this other person. I feel like it's you starting a new leaf, turning over a new leaf. Because the overthinking, the overanalyzing, that whole I need to be rational, right? That's coming to an end. That's over. What's replacing it is a brand new beginning. Now, you're still fighting against yourself a little bit, right? Like, it's not like you just turn off a switch and you're like, okay, I'm just going to feel my feelings now. But it's like you're entering a new phase where you're allowing your feelings to actually take place instead of letting your mind make a mess of everything. Let's see what you need to keep in mind from the universe. From the universe, you get the Death, the Ace of Pentacles, the Hangman, and you get the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So what I'm seeing is there's definitely a bit of an energy of, like I said, brand new beginning, brand new beginning, brand new beginning within yourself. There is a transformation here for you where you're kind of releasing what doesn't work for you anymore, which is, again, all this overthinking, overanalyzing, but things are still not quite moving yet. Spirit is still keeping things a little bit stuck because there's some more insight that you need to gain. remember I said all this overthinking, it's not like it just shuts off immediately. And so I feel like you need to work through this overthinking and overanalyzing before you can fully enter this energy of a brand new beginning internally within yourself. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope this reading helped. If it did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you here next week.